Yep, so that's kind of a mistake that didn't really notice at first. But also the fact that I really should probably have either a second probe out here to build a pylon on this side, because after all, the expansion is on the left side of the map. I'm not really sure why I ended up building it down there, but it's going to end up costing us the game, as you'll see very soon. Just going to keep watching. Got my warp gate done. About 6:30 is when I'm going to warp in, just like the previous game when I chrono boosted my zealot. And great, yay. Oh, didn't kill an overlord. Lose all my crap. And we check units lost. Oh god. Yep, that's really gonna hurt. You can't make mistakes against players of this caliber. So at this point my partner's asking me, what happened to your pylon? Do you have a pylon? I'm like, it died because of the overlord. He's like, oh crap. So I'm trying to get another one over here, and I ended up going and sending him up here to build one. But by this point in the game, as you can see, he's got a lot of roaches, because from the beginning of the game he's been droning non-stop. So that's why you need that 4 gate to hit as soon as possible, because, you know, a minute 30 in, it takes something like 25 seconds for a warp in to go through. So that's basically another 3 warp ins, so I'd have something like 12 stalkers. You know, that'd probably be enough to more or less take those roaches, assuming my partner can protect me from lings. But in this case, it is too late, too little, too late, and we're going to end up losing as a result. So I do finally get a pylon up here, but you know, he's going to have even more roaches out. You can just tell by the supply differential here. 67, he's got almost 30 supply more than me. And I just can't engage him, because he's already got creep spread a little bit. And even though they're slow roaches, when they're on creep, they can still kind of chase you down a little bit. So even if I did micro this perfectly, it probably still wouldn't matter, because this just hit a little too late. So all I could really hope for is my partner somehow kills all the lings, but, you know, not getting that lucky. Yeah, they're pretty even supply. My partner might be winning that fight just a touch, but I am not faring so well. Alright, well, this is all you guys really need to see from this game. It's just a massacre from here on out. So the next one I'm going to get into is another game where we actually did, what do you know, it was the same night, 3 games in a row we somehow played double zerg teams, all those games. And I'll get into that game in just a sec. Okay guys, on to game number 3 here, where we have protoss zerg going against 2 zergs, in which case one of them does a 15 hatch. And once again, I'm going to do the same thing I did in the other 2 games. Going to place my pylon on 9, go scout across the map, because I want to try and find out as soon as possible, you know, what kind of early pool builds they did. Now some of you might be thinking, well hey, why did you just go and send a probe right away? Well, even if I send it right away, you know, I'm not really going to tell if it's a 6 pool or not any quicker than I would if I just send it on 9. Because you're still not going to get across the map. Because I mean, if you look, he's at 13 supply. Even if I send it 30 seconds earlier, it's not really going to tell me much more. So in this case, I can see, alright, he's getting an extractor. Looks like a 14 pool. So I'm going to assume he's going to go Banes, checking his partner to see if he's getting Banes or something like that too. Well, don't see a pool, so I'm like, alright, it's got to be an expand. Oh, of course, you know, as the theme is tonight, it is an expand. Of course, we didn't know that starting out this game. But in this case, my partner and I are kind of like, alright, good, we have to deal with cheese, because I really just hate dealing with double early pools, because it does come down a little bit to luck, you know, if they get a surround early, or if they manage to take out your pylon, or anything like that, or get a surround on the queen. So we're going to do the same thing we did the previous game. I'm going to go and hide this probe, and I'm like, oh crap! I was like, I hope he didn't see that. So I go and try and hide him off somewhere. At this point, I'm like, well, good chance I'm going to have to send a second probe out just to make sure that I can get a proxy pylon somewhere across the map. But, well, hey, looks like he didn't notice. Alright, so this guy got his Bailey messed up, so he's doing the same thing my partner's doing. In this game, he doesn't technically need to be back here because he's going to have speed the same time they do, because I told him that, you know, there was no early 10 pool or anything like that. But it's never, you know, a bad idea to stay in your base a little bit, because if they did have more lings and he gets surrounded in the open, it could be a bit of a problem for us. But once again, he's going to start morphing some Banes, I'd say, in this case, he doesn't so much protect my stalkers because I already got my warp in down here. But I'd say what he does do, since, you know, he wasn't able to protect me, he just goes for the mineral line, and he's able to do a whole lot of damage. He didn't even have to detonate these banelings. His lings were just simply able to take out all of their workers. And that was one mistake where they overcommitted to my proxy pylon over here, and also the fact that they didn't notice it right away. So hopefully all this has kind of helped you guys out as to what you should do when you're a protoss zerg against a double zerg team. I'd say in almost every case you're either going to have an early hatch build for one or both players, or you're going to have double early pool. So that's really what you should expect when you're playing a double zerg team. Alright, well I hope you guys enjoy these videos, and hopefully you'll start winning this matchup all the time now. Thanks for watching. Start winning this matchup all the time now. Thanks for watching.